Let's talk about arranged employment for express entry application to Canada. But before I move forward, please subscribe to our channel and enable notifications. When you are applying for immigration under the express entry system, if you have a job offer to Canada, then that could enhance your CRS score. A job offer for express entry is also called an arranged employment offer or an employment offer. When you receive an arranged employment offer under whether your application is Federal Skilled Worker class or Canadian Experience class or Federal Skilled Trades class, then you receive extra points, in fact up to 200 extra points under CRS system, which will help you immensely to be shown among the crowd and people who are in the pool of express entry and be selected. That's not it. For Federal Skilled Worker class, a job offer or an employment offer could also make you eligible to apply in the first place, because an arranged employment offer could give you up to 15 points under the Federal Skilled Worker system. Also, if you are applying for Federal Skilled Trades, sometimes without a job offer, you cannot even apply for immigration to Canada under the express entry system. Because of that, an arranged employment offer becomes super important for people who want to become permanent residents of Canada with the help of the express entry system. What are the requirements of arranged employment offer? It depends on the method of immigration. If you are applying under Federal Skilled Worker class or under Canadian Experience class, then the job offer must be from a Canadian employer. It needs to be full-time. It means that it is at least 30 hours per week, and it also needs to be valid from the time that you become a permanent resident of Canada for at least 1 year. In other words, when you receive the job offer, the employer must say that when you become a permanent resident of Canada, they will hire you and they will keep hiring you for at least 12 months from the time that you become a permanent resident of Canada. Also, the job offer needs to be under NOC 0, A, or B. If you are applying under Federal Skilled Trades program, then in that situation, instead of one employer, two employers could make you the job offer, and each job offer could be part-time. However, collectively, the number of hours that you work for those two employers must be at least 30 hours. Also, the job offer that you receive for Federal Skilled Trades program or FSTC needs to be under acceptable jobs for this special immigration program. Unfortunately, IRCC does not accept job offers that are offered by an embassy or consulate or job offers that are seasonal. The job offers must be from regular employers and full-time. Do you need an LMIA for a job offer? The simple answer is, in most cases, yes. The employer must apply for a labor market impact assessment for you. However, most of the LMIA applications that they need to put are called LMIA for permanent resident, and those LMIAs are exempt from the processing fee, and also they do not need to be that much worried about approval, because the LMIA is only used for you when you become a permanent resident of Canada. Having said that, they must submit all necessary documents like proof of recruitment efforts for at least 4 weeks, and also business legitimacy, meaning that this business is active and capable to hire you. If the employer wants to also hire you before becoming permanent resident, then they need to go through a regular process for LMIA, and then if you get approved, you could receive a work permit, start working in Canada, and then by becoming a permanent resident of Canada, you could eventually use that LMIA towards the points for your permanent residence. In certain circumstances, the employer doesn't need to place an LMIA application. Here are two scenarios. Scenario number one is that the employer hired you for working as a temporary foreign worker, and they initially went through the process of LMIA and you received a work permit and you came to Canada and you started working for that employer. Now the same employer wants to offer you a job in Canada, and that job is a NOC 0A or B job if you're applying under Federal Skilled Worker class or Canadian Experience class. If the employer wants to extend the job to you after becoming permanent resident, and the job is exactly the same job that you got hired for your work permit, then you could also use that towards your FSTC application. Remember that this is the same employer that hired you for a work permit, and now they are offering you a job after becoming a permanent resident of Canada. In that situation, you don't need a new LMIA application, assuming that at the time of application for permanent resident, your work permit was still valid, and at the time that the officer makes a decision about your application, your work permit remains valid. Sometimes, of course, you need to apply for a bridging open work permit to keep your work permit alive. I have an article about bridging work permit. I will post the link below this video. In some cases, you don't need an LMIA at all for a valid employment offer. This is at the time that you become a temporary foreign worker in Canada with the help of an LMIA exempt employer-based work permit. If you work for that employer for at least 1 year, then after 1 year, the employer may offer you a job, and then by offering the job to you, you receive the points for your CRS score. Keep that in mind that you cannot use open work permit for this purpose, or the work permit that you receive because of your spouse who is a student or a worker. The kind of LMIA exempt work that is acceptable is the one that is IMP or LMIA exempt based, and it's employer based, and the same employer after 1 year of working for the employer offers you a job in Canada. An employment offer is different from a work reference letter. A work reference letter simply says that you have worked for a Canadian employer or an employer outside Canada. But a job offer or an employment offer or an arranged employment offer is a letter that clearly says that they want to extend an offer to you after you become a permanent resident of Canada. I have an article about this subject. I will post the link below here to show you the differences between arranged employment offer and a work reference letter. Thank you very much for watching this video. My name is Parsai. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I teach immigration consulting at Ashton College. I'm the author of the bestseller book, 88 Tips on Immigration to Canada. You can find out about your purchasing options by visiting 88tips.ca. Please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and enable notifications. See you soon.